guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with another massive haul, you guys. Yes, I did it again. I've been buying perfumes for the past few weeks and they're piling up, so I decided to do a haul again. I actually had to leave several of them out because there were just too many to do in one video. I'll probably talk about them in my next fragrance haul, you guys. So I have about 10 perfumes I bought here that I want to show you guys, and I have 2 Dossier fragrances. I buy my own fragrances. I buy fragrances and I review them on my channel. You guys know my opinions are my own. When a fragrance house does send me a perfume, it's purely for testing and my opinions are my own as always. You can always tell the difference when you see a real fragrance enthusiast who buys her own fragrances and reviews them, you guys. I remember before I started my channel, that was one thing that I always looked for, you know, reviewers who bought their own fragrances. I do hauls all the time, you guys, because I buy my own fragrances all the time. You can always tell the difference, you know, that's something I always look for in a fragrance reviewer. So you guys, guess what? I'm doing another giveaway in this video, you guys. Yes, it's going to be a Dossier fragrance, but wait, whoever wins the giveaway gets to pick any fragrance from what Dossier has on their website. You get to pick whatever you want, you guys. You know what? Isn't that awesome? Whoever wins this giveaway gets to pick a fragrance, any fragrance from Dossier's website, their portfolio, any fragrance you wish to have. So you guys, I'm going to announce how to enter this giveaway somewhere in this video. I'm gonna pick a point and I'm going to announce it. So make sure to watch the whole video all the way to the end, you guys. Let's get right into this because I have quite a few to show you guys. I'm really excited. I bought some really amazing ones this time, you guys. So if you want to know what they are, just keep watching. So you guys, I'm going to first talk about the 2 Dossier ones. So these are the ones that were sent to me. Dossier is a company that creates fragrances inspired by very high-end luxury, niche and designer fragrances, you guys, from, you know, luxury, niche and designer fragrance houses. They actually get their clean ingredients from pretty much the same places all those expensive fragrance brands get their ingredients. They're cruelty-free, paraben, phthalate-free and UV filter-free, very clean brand, you guys. The fragrances they create with clean ingredients sourced from Grasse, France, like I said. And they have this really awesome risk-free system where you can order 5 fragrances and test them out and send back anything you don't like within 30 days. They used to have a little fragrance sample that came with the bottle, so you can test with the sample and then, you know, without touching the bottle, and then you can send it back. But they've actually gotten rid of the little plastic samples because it's, you know, not environmentally friendly. So you can still return them if you don't like them. You can test the bottle using the bottle, and then you can send them back if you don't like any of them and keep the ones you really do like. So that's an amazing system where you get to try their fragrances for free and just keep the ones you like. So anyway, you guys, I got 2 here from Dossier I want to try. I'm very excited about these 2 because these are 2 from fragrance houses that I haven't quite started exploring quite yet. So the first Dossier fragrance I have here is one inspired by a diptyque fragrance, you guys. And I'm very curious about diptyque, and you know, knowing Dossier, I've tried so many Dossier fragrances and compared them to the originals, you know, that the ones they're inspired by. They always smell exactly almost like the original. So I'm quite sure this is gonna smell exactly like the diptyque original. So the name of the fragrance is Floriento Tuberose, and it comes with the same Dossier box that you've seen probably 1,000 times. And this is the informational card that comes with it that gives all the notes and the concentration, what it's inspired by. So it's inspired by diptyque d'eau son eau de parfum. So in here you get the actual fragrance, and as you know, Dossier bottles have these magnetic caps, which I adore. So let me try this out, you guys, without further delay. There you go. Wow, you guys, this is a beautiful tuberose fragrance. If you are a tuberose lover, you're gonna love, die hard love this. Ooh, that tuberose, that bubblegummy tuberose is really, really nice in here. The bubblegummy tuberose, however, the creamy tuberose is the more natural version, you know, not the artificial. Because the artificial, the synthetic tuberose, you know, smells a little bit more like bubblegum, but not the real stuff. Ah, smells so amazing. I haven't gotten my notes on the original, you guys, but if the original smells anything like this, yes, give it to me. With Dossier, you guys, you get the same scent without the high markups. You know, they don't have the high markups, which is how they're able to bring these fragrances to you guys for much lower price. You know, that doesn't mean the quality is compromised. So I love that bubblegummy tuberose, the creamy tuberose. But however, so the Dossier version has orange blossom and rose in the opening, and the Diptyque version has rose, African orange flower, and iris. So now iris is a powdery floral note, as you guys know. I've said that many times on my channel. So in the Dossier version, the powderiness comes from the orris in the base. So instead of iris in the opening, it has orris in the base, so you get the same like powderiness. And then you get that beautiful rose, and then orange blossom versus African orange flower. They're both like citrus flowers. In the middle, in the Diptyque version, you get tuberose and pink pepper. You know, pink pepper is that really bubbly, spicy note, you know, kind of, is very bright, kind of spicy note. And in the Dossier version, you get tuberose, yes, tuberose, a big dose of tuberose, but it comes with daffodils, you guys. I don't have any fragrance with daffodil as a fragrance note, you guys. You know, daffodils remind me of that poem. It just put a smile on my face. Dossier version has daffodil with tuberose in the middle instead of pink pepper. So it must do something similar to pink pepper with the brightness, I'm assuming. Both Dossier and Diptyque versions have benzoin and musk in the base. So the fragrance notes are quite comparable. It's a beautiful, pretty white floral, tuberose, woody, animalic, musky fragrance. So yeah, this is Floriento Tuberose. Next I have another Dossier one here. This one is Oriental Vetiver, you guys. Same card you get with the information. This one is inspired by Byredo Baldafi. I was thinking about getting the original. I might still get the original, I don't know, but it never hurts to have a backup, you know what I mean? I wanted to try this out, so let's try it, you guys. I'm excited for this one. Ooh, what a pretty fragrance. Wow, it's very intriguing, very pretty. There's a beautiful floral in here, you guys, that I don't recognize. I don't think I've ever gotten my nose on that one before. I'm about to look up the notes, but I can tell you right off the bat, there's such a pretty, very intriguing floral in here that's very unique. So in Dossier Oriental Vetiver, you guys, in the opening you get bergamot, lemon, and buchu. So buchu is a South African plant, kind of used in medicine and stuff. It's kind of a bittersweet fragrance note. So those are the top notes of the Dossier version. And in the original Byredo version, you get a whole bunch of notes in the top, you guys. You get the juicy blackcurrant note. You know, I love when there's blackcurrant in the opening of fragrances. It's this juicy, fresh burst, you know, which is really lovely. And then you get Amalfi, lemons, and then you get bergamot, and you get the African orange flower, which is kind of like orange blossom type of like citrus floral note. And then you get tagetes, which is a kind of a spicy, aromatic, herbally kind of floral note. So that's what you get in the opening. So I'm guessing the buchu is the substitute for the tagetes in this case. So they probably both produce the same kind of scent profile. And in the middle of the Dossier version, you get orange blossom, which is kind of the substitute, I think, for the African orange flower in the opening of the original. And then you get violet and marigold, you guys. Floral note that I couldn't quite recognize probably was the marigold. And in the middle of the original Byredo version, you get violet that you find in this version in the middle as well. And then you get cyclamen. You know, it's like a fantasy fragrance note. So that must be what marigold smells like. And then you get jasmine in the middle of the original. And in the base of the Dossier one, you get vetiver, amber, and cedarwood. And in the original, you get vetiver, amber, Virginia, cedar, and musk in the base. The scent profile is gonna kind of be similar with those fragrance notes. I gotta tell you guys, this smells heavenly. It's a very aromatic, floral, woody, fresh, spicy, slightly citrusy, white floral, powdery, sweet, slightly earthy scent. Boy, am I glad I get to keep both of them, you guys, this time. Usually I try to give one away to one of you guys because I don't want to be hoarding for myself and I want to share the love. But I'm so happy that one of you lucky subscribers who win the giveaway gets to pick your own fragrance from anything that Dossier has on their website. So okay, you guys, those are the Dossier fragrances, but now I have all the fragrances that I bought. I've been buying and buying and buying fragrances, you guys, and I got some amazing fragrances this time. So the first two that I bought, I want to share with you guys, are from a fragrance house that I've been falling in love with, you guys. And with these two fragrances, I'm completing a collection of this fragrance house actually. So it's none other than Amouage, you guys, and this is Blossom Love. So I bought Blossom Love and I bought Love Mimosa. And with these two, you guys, I completed the Secret Garden collection, I'm happy to announce. So yeah, now I have all four fragrances from the collection. So yeah, Lilac Love, Love Tuberose, Love Mimosa, and Blossom Love. So here is Blossom Love. Oh, what a pretty, beautiful bottle that is, pink. So feminine, you guys. I love this collection, by the way. So this is what the bottle looks like, you guys. Isn't that cute? And look at that little jewel, like a Swarovski crystal on the top. That's pink. So it's such a feminine bottle, and you know they have these gorgeous, perfect magnetic caps, you guys. I love their caps. Oh, you guys, I just love this scent. This is such a floral explosion. That's the best way to put it. And it's a very strong floral fragrance, by the way, you guys. You don't need to overspray this. I tell you right now, do not overspray this one. This one projects like a beast. This one is a beast. This is beast mode. Projection, sillage, lasting power, beast mode. I've already worn this a couple of times. There it is. Those gorgeous floral notes. It's very strong, very potent floral fragrance. So this fragrance is so pretty because of the cherry blossom in here, you guys. And it's very pretty strong, I gotta say. So you guys, this has cherry blossom nectar and rose liqueur in the opening. Oh my gosh, how perfect is that? This has this potent cherry blossom fragrance in here with that booziness from the rose liqueur. My goodness, so good. I could smell this all day. And then this also smells like amaretto, you guys, because there's amaretto in the middle. So delicious with that booziness in the top with the rose liqueur and the cherry blossom nectar. Oh wow. And then this has ylang ylang and vanilla also in the middle, and because the vanilla is in the middle, it's very strong, very sweet vanilla. And that ylang ylang, you guys know ylang ylang is such a pretty yellow floral. Wow. It adds to that floral explosion of the cherry blossom. And in the base you get tonka bean, you guys, which is a very deep vanilla scent, and then you get that vanilla in the middle with the tonka bean in the base. So like double dose of vanilla there and deeper vanilla. And then you get that sandalwood with the sensual, beautiful, creamy, woody touch. And then you get cashmere. And wow, you guys, such a pretty fragrance. I am blown away by this. Amwaj Blossom Love. So now Love Mimosa. To be honest, I didn't get to try this one very much. I sprayed it when it first arrived, but I didn't get to wear it. So I can't speak to the longevity, sillage, and all that, but I can speak to the projection. It's got great projection. And I'm assuming the longevity and sillage will be great too, knowing Amouage fragrances. So this is what the bottle looks like. Isn't that such a pretty yellow? Look at that little yellow kind of goldish jewel on the top, and then same beautiful magnetic cap. I'm going to try this real quick. I sprayed it on and I loved it, but I didn't get to wear it yet. So darn unique, you guys. That's what I love about Amouage. Their fragrances are so unique, you know, especially their floral fragrances. There's something very oriental and strong and amazing about them. You can smell that mimosa very, very strongly. This has a very kind of light and powdery opening with that cascalone, which is like a watery note with a fruity kind of hue. And then there's orris in the opening, which is a powdery note. You can definitely smell the orris. And then there's violet leaf, which adds a very greenish touch to the opening. And in the middle you get mimosa. You guys know mimosa is a gorgeous yellow floral. And then there's paradisone. I think it's like this white floral note that's a little bit weird, you guys. Like you can actually smell that weirdness in here. Weird in a good way though. I will, however, say this is probably not a safe blind buy for some of you. That paradisone is very intriguing. It's like this white floral that's like a weird white floral that you don't often smell. You know, you can actually smell it, the note that you don't recognize. You know, usually you recognize the notes that you're familiar with. There's mimosa, there's paradisone, and then there is pear, which is a juicy fruity note that's super feminine. And in the base you get heliotrope, which is another powdery blue purple floral note. And then you get ambroxan, which is the synthetic version of ambergris, which gives perfumes this kind of marine vibe. And then you get ylang ylang, you guys, which is another gorgeous yellow floral. So this is very much a yellow floral fragrance, obviously. Look at it. And then there are powdery notes like heliotrope, orris, and all that. And then there's that paradisone, which kind of throws this off a little bit. I really like it because I don't have anything like it in my collection. This is Amwaj Love Mimosa. Oh, you guys, then I have a fragrance that I'm head over heels with. Oh, you guys, the more I wear it, the more I love it. When I first reviewed it, I loved this fragrance. I tested it a few days and I reviewed it. And I said in my review that I loved it. After my review, I fell in love with it even more. The more I smell it, the more I appreciate it, because it's such a sophisticated fragrance from a very sophisticated, opulent, luxury fragrance house, you guys. And they're very exclusive, very classy fragrance house. I love each and every creation from this fragrance house that I bought. I mean, this one was sent to me, you guys, but you know what? I have 3 of them up there, you guys, in our room. Oh my gosh, I love them. I bought each and every one of them, and I talk about them all the time. So obviously it didn't make a difference that this was sent to me. This one is by Fragrance Dubois, you guys. I adore this fragrance house. I don't just love it, I adore it, because their fragrances are just one of a kind. They're one of a kind because of the ingredients. For example, the oud that they put in their fragrances is such a crisp, clean oud that smells amazing. And they grow their own oud in their plantations so that they can put that crisp, clean oud in their fragrances which cannot be duplicated. You can't get it anywhere else. And all the other fragrance ingredients that they put in their fragrances, top quality. I love this fragrance house. And then this fragrance that I have right here, I mean, of course, the presentation is to die for. I did a dedicated review of this, you guys. By the way, I will link it up here. This is none other than Siberian Rose, you guys. Oh, that sums it up. I mean, look at this luxurious setting, you guys. Oh, I just love this. This fragrance house is so classy. I don't need to spray this, by the way. I do not need to spray this because I can smell it right over here. By the way, I reviewed this fragrance and I was wearing a dress and I sprayed it on my sleeve. Oh my gosh, it was projecting from the sleeve of my dress all over my room. I could smell it. Like when I walked into the room, I could smell that because my dress was in the basket waiting to go down to be washed. It was projecting like a beast, you guys. Wow. I mean, it was still on there like the next day, late next day, until I washed it. Amazing quality. This is such a luxurious rose fragrance, you guys. It's very rich is the way to say it. It's a very rich fragrance. There is a leather note in here that marries well with that rose and makes it so sophisticated. The leather in here isn't your usual cloying, harsh kind of leather. It's a very smooth, very, very sophisticated, very expensive, luxurious smelling leather note. It's a very rose, tuberose, woody, fresh, spicy, yellow, floral, aromatic, animalic, fruity fragrance, you guys. Aromatic is a good way to describe this fragrance. It's very rich smelling. It's a beautiful rose fragrance that's enhanced by that gorgeous, luxurious leather note in here, you guys. So in the opening, you get some spicy notes. There's pink pepper, which is a bright, spicy note. And then there is cinnamon. And then there is pear, a juicy pear note in the opening. And then you get juniper berries. You know, the kind of piney, balsamic touch that juniper berries gives fragrances. The other one I can think of is Gentle Fluidity Gold, has a juniper berry note, which is really nice. And in the middle, you get those gorgeous floral notes, you guys. You get the rose, the tuberose, the ylang, oh, to die for, with that gorgeous leather note. Really makes this fragrance very sophisticated. I don't think without the leather, this would have smelled quite the same. I never thought I would say that about leather because I'm not the biggest fan of leather, but whoa, when it's done right, you guys. And then in the base, you get moss, patchouli, and amber. It's a stunning fragrance, and I am so in love with this fragrance. A couple of videos ago, I did a dedicated review of this fragrance. I will link it up there and down in the description box. This is Fragrance Dubois Siberian Rose. Next, I have a fragrance from a fragrance house that I hadn't quite explored, and I just bought the first 2 fragrances from this house, and one just arrived. And I did test this out a couple of times, and I cannot wait to share my thoughts on it. This is Nishane Zenne, you guys. Oh my goodness, this one is good. This one is good. Spoiler alert, I tell you. So this is what the box looks like, and here is the fragrance presentation inside. Let me pull it out. And here is the card that comes with all the information, and then you get the fragrance in the setting. So this one, you guys, surprised me. When I first smelled this, it smells very fruity. I gotta say, it smells super fruity, and it smells a little bit like pineapple. And I thought there was pineapple in here, but guess what? There's no pineapple. But this, I swear, smells like pineapple when you first put your nose on it. That's so the weirdest thing. I can smell a pineapple note in here, but there is no pineapple listed in the fragrance composition. So it could be a combination of the grapefruit and rhubarb in the opening, maybe mixed in with that blackcurrant, the juicy blackcurrant in the opening. And in the middle, you get gardenia, Turkish rose, and sandalwood. You know, I love all those notes. Gardenia is such a beautiful white floral. And in the base, you get vanilla, ambergris, and musk, you guys. It's quite a beast of a fragrance. You can smell it like several feet away, and lasting power is good. I assume sillage is good, but I haven't really worn it around much yet. By the way, you guys, luxury niche fragrances like Nishane, don't buy them for anything less than 35%. You can get deep discounts on these luxury niche fragrances, you guys. You can buy these from Fragrance by CA, you guys. That's where I bought this from, for a really big discount. And this is also available on fragrancenet.com. They also have it for 35% off, as always. You can buy luxury, expensive niche fragrances like Nishane, Parfums de Mali, Creed, and Tiziana Terenzi on these discount stores, you guys. So don't fall for anything less than 35% when buying these fragrances. Don't throw away your hard-earned money, you guys. Don't fall for sales pitches. Just wanted to save you guys some cash. Now I have some designer fragrances that are a little bit more affordable, and I have one, I think, celebrity fragrance in here which really shocked me. I'll get to that here in a second. This is Versace Crystal Noir, you guys. Oh my goodness, this one, yeah, all the hype around this fragrance, all real, you guys, all real. It doesn't look like, the bottle doesn't look very nice to me. I don't like this massive cap. I mean, it's like a stone, you guys. I don't get it. But you guys, the juice, wow, so sexy. This is, by the way, apparently a man pleaser. I'm yet to find that out because I haven't worn it around yet. And I can see why. This is a very kind of sexy fragrance, you guys. It has a little bit of a sexy masculine twist to it, like just a little bit, you know, like, you know how tuxedos, like female tuxedos, look super sleek and sexy? That's the same kind of sexy this one is. There's some kind of slight touch of masculine sexiness in here, but it works really well, which is what makes this really sexy for women. This one is one of those fragrances, you guys, with interesting notes like black pepper, ginger, and then, you know, there's white florals in here, and there's coconut. I'm not going to get into all the fragrance notes because we'll be here all day, but I know there's black pepper with a little spicy touch. There's cardamom. There is ginger with that gorgeous zing, you know, that ginger gives fragrances. I think ginger really adds a really interesting touch to fragrances, especially in the opening. And then you get a bunch of pretty florals like orange blossom, gardenia, peony, and then there it's that coconut note that's delicious. There's sandalwood in the base. There's musk and there's amber. Oh my goodness. It's sexy, you guys. This is a sexy fragrance. I would say this is a very sexy fragrance, and I have a feeling my husband's gonna love this one. This is Versace Crystal Noir. Next, I have a beautiful designer vanilla fragrance, you guys. Ooh, this one is good. And I had been hearing so much about this fragrance, and every time I went to buy this, it was sold out. And I finally hunted it down, you guys, and I'm so glad. I've tried like at least 20 times to buy this fragrance. It's none other than Michael Kroer's Midnight Shimmer, you guys. It is an affordable vanilla fragrance, a designer fragrance, you guys. Oh, by the way, this is such a beautiful vanilla, you guys. Wow, I had no idea how amazing this fragrance was. If you want an affordable designer vanilla fragrance that's gonna knock your socks off, here's the one for you. Run and grab it if you can find it. Oh, you guys, I love vanilla scents, and this one is a good one. Vanilla is the dominant accord you're gonna smell in this fragrance. It's kind of a contemporary, fashionable vanilla, if you ask me. It's a woody vanilla, amber, balsamic, floral, slightly musky. You know, it's kind of sexy because of that woodiness and the musk touch in there. Woodiness is actually quite prominent, like vanilla and woody accords are prominent. So it has that fragrance note, the fruity fragrance note quench, you guys. It's kind of a yellow like fruit. I don't know exactly what one of those smell like, but I know what it's kind of supposed to smell like in fragrances because I have several fragrances with that note in it. And then this has freesia and jasmine in the opening, and then it has that huge massive dose of vanilla in the middle, you guys, because it's in the middle, it's really prominent. There's amberwood and there's woody notes, which is very prominent in here. And in the base you get pearl balsam, musk, and moss, which adds kind of like a balsamic touch, the pearl balsam, and then moss adds kind of like that, you know, enhances that woody touch. It is an amazing yet affordable designer vanilla fragrance, you guys. This is Michael Kroer's Midnight Shimmer. So the next two fragrances I have are a little bit kind of vintagey, you know, like these are quite old, like older fragrances that were released like 20 years ago, something like that. I don't know exact dates when these were released, but they're quite old, like older fragrances. I would consider these vintage. So I have the first one right here. This actually really surprised me, and I had been hearing so much about this fragrance. I just didn't think it was gonna be that amazing until I got my nose on it, you guys. Oh my goodness. Now I understand why people rave and rave and rave about this fragrance, you guys. It is none other than Hot Couture, you guys. Oh my goodness. This one blew me away. I really didn't think I was going to be so impressed by this one. So I'm going to spray it. This one is one of those sexy fragrances. I think this smells vintagey sexy, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I assume Audrey Hepburn smelled something like this. I really love it. There's a spiciness in this fragrance, you guys, like fresh, warm spiciness that goes really well with the woodiness and the fruitiness in this fragrance. So it's a very kind of woody, fruity, fresh, spicy, warm, spicy, citrusy. So it's kind of fresh too. Powdery, floral, amber kind of fragrance. It's quite aromatic. This has like citrus notes in the opening, like bergamot, orange, something like that. There's raspberry, which adds that really nice fruity feminine touch to the opening. There's black pepper with that spicy hint in the middle, I believe. And then there is magnolia, which is always such a classy, beautiful white floral, you guys. And there's vetiver with a little earthiness. And then there is vanilla, amber, and musk in the base. Musk is always sexy. You guys know musk makes anything smell sexy. I underestimated it, you guys, but it's a very lovely fragrance. It's sexy vintage, you know. I really like it. Givenchy Hot Couture. This fragrance I bought solely based on reviews on fragrance.net, you guys. There were people who swore by this fragrance, you guys, saying that they've been wearing this for 20 years and it's their scent, the only scent they wear, and they get so many compliments on it still. So I wanted to try this. It really intrigued me because I'm really interested in trying out vintage fragrances, you guys, because there's something so classy and something so irreplaceable about the vintage fragrances. You know, they don't make fragrances like that anymore. So I really wanted to buy this and see what it's like. This is Amarige by Givenchy, you guys. I wanted to try this so bad, you guys. So this is what the bottle looks like. It's kind of cute. You know, it's a little bit of a smaller bottle. I believe this is the 1.7. So let me try this on the blotter card. So this one, you guys, like I said, this one is one of those really vintage, old school white floral, yellow floral fragrance, you guys. You know that really classy vintage white, yellow floral fragrance, you guys? They don't make them like that anymore. I gotta tell you, this sort of slightly reminds me of one of the Raja perfumes, you guys. Although, you know, there's no comparison to Raja perfumes, you guys. I mean, they're top quality, creme de la creme, you know, but this kind of like has a hint of one of the Raja perfumes that I have. Like I said, this is a white yellow floral fragrance. There's woodiness in here, other florals. There is a little bit of a fruity touch in here. There's obviously like animalic accord in here because of the white florals, and there's a slight bit of a green vibe in here as well. And like most vintage fragrances, you guys, this one has a whole slew of notes. I'm not gonna go over all of them. There's a whole bunch of fragrance notes in here, very complex fragrance compositions that they had in the vintage fragrances. For example, my Safari by Ralph Lauren, which is now considered vintage because it's quite like about, I'd say, almost 20 years old. And that one also has like a slew of fragrance notes. The composition is very complex. This has like every white yellow floral imaginable. There's ylang ylang, there's mimosa, there's tuberose, there's gardenia, there's jasmine. I think there's orange blossom too. And then there are interesting fragrance notes like black locust, you know, it's crazy. And then there's juicy fruity notes like peach and plum. There's Brazilian rosewood, which is a gorgeous woody note. And then there are other woody notes, and sandalwood, which is there's a whole bunch of woody notes in here. And then this also has tonka bean and vanilla, which makes it very sweet. There's amber with that resonance, sexiness about amber, you know, that it has. And then it has musk with that sexiness. You guys, this one is a very vintagey sexy, you know, like something very bewitching and alluring about this in a very vintage old school way. It doesn't smell mature, you guys. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that it has that very vintage, hard to get anymore type of fragrance composition, which is why I think I love Raja Parfums, because their fragrances are very like sophisticated and very much like, you know, the kind of fragrances you can't get anymore, but with a contemporary twist, you know, with Raja. And this one is like without the contemporary twist. This is very much vintage sexy. This is Amarige by Givenchy. Next, I have a fragrance that I bought because I saw Sam Sal here on YouTube talking about this. The component, the packaging that this comes in is very girly. I had heard several times from several people that this is really interesting. This is Yes I Am by Chacherel, you guys. I don't own any fragrance from this brand at all. This is my first one, and look at this component, this bottle, you guys. Isn't that very girly? It's like it's a lipstick, you know. Yeah, put my lipstick on. This one smells like a very girly, sexy woman with her cosmetics. You know, she's putting on her makeup. It's a very sweet fragrance, you guys. It's a very sweet, warm, spicy fragrance. There's a lactonic accord in here. There's caramel in here. It's amber, it's balsamic, it's white floral. Oh boy, you guys, this has like a very complex fragrance composition. I'm not gonna list all of the notes, but there is raspberry. There's a bunch of really beautiful citrus notes in here in the opening, and then there's gardenia, there's ginger, there's rose, there's orange blossom. I think there's jasmine in here as well. And in the base you get the most delicious gourmand notes, you guys, and spicy notes. There's caramel in the base, you guys, and there's vanilla, there's coumarin, there's milk, there is, I think, cardamom in the base, there's amberwood, there's licorice, there's sandalwood. I mean, this is quite intriguing, and that's the kind of vibes it's giving me, and I think the bottle is very appropriate for the scent. It's actually quite sexy, the scent, you guys, if you ask me. Really love the spiciness, the warm spiciness in here. I love the caramel accord in there. That's really sweet. There's of course that big dose of vanilla. There's the beautiful spicy notes. The milk adds that lactonic touch, which is really delicious. I think it's a sexy fragrance, you guys. This is Yes I Am by Chacherel, you guys. Last but not least, I have a celebrity fragrance, you guys, that blew my socks off. And it's by Mariah Carey, you guys. And I never in a million years thought that she had such a amazing fragrance. So this one is M by Mariah Carey, you guys. It's the purple bottle, and I'm not a fan of the bottle, you guys, because it's, you know, I don't really like this super girly, like flowers and butterflies. I'm not a fan of the bottle, really. Like it doesn't look sophisticated, you know what I mean? It looks a little bit sort of juvenile to me, but oh my God, do not judge the juice in here by the bottle. This one is a gem. This one is an affordable gem. You know why it is? Not only is the juice amazing, that it smells heavenly and sexy, I'll get to it here in a second, but you guys, this one projects, this one lasts, this one has great sillage. It's a bang for your buck, you guys, and you wouldn't believe how affordable this one is. It blew my mind. I actually saw somebody talking about this fragrance, I think once, and it kind of stuck in my head, and I really wanted to try it out. This one, you guys, you know, see, I can smell it. I don't even have to spray this one, and it's a celebrity fragrance, you guys. Wow, this one is something. This smells so good. This smells like an expensive, dare I say, almost niche smelling a little bit fragrance. It's kind of like if a very nice, very sexy niche fragrance had a baby with a designer fragrance, that kind of scent, you know? It smells very sexy. It smells like something a woman who knows what she wants would be wearing, you know? This one is such a unique scent, you guys. Like, it's not a bright fragrance. It's a very deep, kind of sexy fragrance, you know? There's no bright fragrance notes in this fragrance at all. There's something very kind of smoky about this fragrance too, like a deep smoky vibe, like a sexy smoky vibe about this fragrance, and it's very sweet too. It's ambery, it's sweet, it's slightly smoky, it's white floral. It's a very balsamic fragrance, you guys, very balsamic. It's powdery, it's warm, spicy. There's a marine vibe in here with some sort of aquatic marine freshness to it that kind of uplifts it a little bit, like, because there's smoke in there, you know, so it's like a balance. You guys, this has the most pretty opening notes ever. There's marshmallow and sea notes, you guys, in the opening. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that. That marshmallow is so darn feminine in the opening. It's so sweet right away with that sea notes. Adds like a really nice like burst of freshness to that sweetness. That it's very intriguing, you guys. If you don't get your nose on it, you wouldn't know what I'm talking about. And then guess what, you guys, that's so sexy about this fragrance? This has the tiare flower. Oh my god, tiare flower, you guys. You know it's such a beautiful, you know the scent of tiare flower, the Tahitian tiare flower especially. That's so beautiful. There's gardenia with it in the middle. Oh, so good. And then in the base you get that beautiful incense, you guys. That smokiness from the incense, that sexiness. And there's amber and there's patchouli, which is why this one lasts long and it projects well. This is quite intriguing, you guys, with that marshmallow, with the seawater. Oh, that salty seawater with the marine vibe, with the marshmallow, which is so sweet and feminine. You know marshmallow smells divine in women's fragrances, you guys. Oh man, glad I bought it. This is M by Mariah Carey. So now it's time to announce how to enter the giveaway, you guys. Like I said, the winner gets to pick any Dossier fragrance from their website. You get to pick it and you tell me what you want and I will let Dossier know and they will ship it out to you guys. This is a domestic giveaway just in the US because Dossier doesn't ship outside the US at the moment. So all you have to do is comment down below with the hashtag Ceylon Cleo. That's my channel name, Ceylon Cleo. Just comment down below and let me know what you love, what you've been wearing this summer with that hashtag, so I know you want to enter the giveaway. So just say hashtag Ceylon Cleo and let me know anything about fragrances, you guys, what you've been wearing this summer, anything you want to talk about. And you guys, I'm going to announce the giveaway first on Instagram, so you will have an advantage if you follow me on Instagram, if you have Instagram and you follow me. So I'm very excited, you guys. I will announce the giveaway winner in about a week from now. If you follow me on Instagram, you will get the news first. I do a lot of announcements on Instagram, you guys, so don't forget to follow me on Instagram. By the way, I wanted to make a quick announcement, you guys. Several of you DM'd me and let me know that you didn't get notifications for the last 3 of my videos. I'm not sure what YouTube is doing. Just do your due diligence and make sure that you update your YouTube so you get your notifications. Check your notifications and make sure you are getting them updated and make sure you receive notifications for my videos. I upload every Sunday, Tuesday and Thursday as usual, you guys, and if you don't get a notification on those days, that means something is wrong. So make sure to check your YouTube, make sure it's updated. So you guys, that's it for the massive haul, you guys. I of course love haul videos and I know a lot of you do too. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, you guys. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Ring that notification bell. I will see you guys in my next video.